Any season that ends in less than a championship is a disappointment. That's just how it is in Laker Nation. I know we're all miserable right now. The playoffs are still going, and here we are, not getting to watch our team play. But it's been a week since we were eliminated, and I'm tired of being miserable, so I'm going to try to stay positive. So here are the positive aspects of the Lakers being eliminated in the first round. Probably the most important thing is they'll be able to get a lot of rest. They were denied a proper break after last season's championship run, and that clearly affected them this season. Typically, a team gets 18 to 20 weeks off during the offseason. The Lakers only got 7. Not even 2 full months off. It was the shortest offseason in sports history. And if you don't think that played any part in the Lakers' injury woes and the outcome of this season, you're lying to yourself. But that's neither here nor there. The Lakers are out of the playoffs, and now will get that much-needed rest that they were denied last season. They'll get at least 2 months of rest in addition to the regular offseason. They could obviously use that to heal from their injuries. The last time both LeBron and Anthony Davis had extra time off in the offseason, they won a championship the following season. So they can definitely benefit from some R&R. But along with physical rest, they can also use this time for mental health. The bubble not only took a toll on them physically, but mentally as well. If you hear the players talk about the bubble, it's like they're traumatized. Kuzma said he got flashbacks when they drove past the Animal Kingdom. LeBron said he couldn't take his daughter to Disney World because he doesn't want to even go back to Orlando. He even joked that he would never join the Magic, just because of that experience. If he was ever traded there, he said he would just retire. But now that the world is starting to open up, they can enjoy their freedom and not be as restricted as they would be if they were still playing. Speaking of mental breaks, I think we as fans could use a mental break as well. You all have to admit that watching the Lakers, just in general, is stressful. But especially this season, with all the injuries. We had a little bit of hope when players would return from injury, only to have it snatched away when someone else would get injured. And this didn't just affect our mental health. Physically too. Watching the Lakers is not good for my health. I'm sure my blood pressure went up, and the last few games of the playoffs, my heart was beating super fast. So yes, we could all use a break from basketball right now, whether it's playing or watching. Usually during this time, the entire Lakers organization, from Jeannie Buss all the way down to the ushers at Staples Center, they would focus their entire energy on supporting the players during their playoff run. Shout out to the ushers, by the way, for heckling the Clippers at their own home games. But anyway, during a playoff run, the entire focus is on the actual gameplay and what's going on the court. But since the Lakers aren't actually playing anymore, the attention can be focused elsewhere, particularly in building the team. The Lakers now have a head start in free agency, and that is something they can definitely benefit from. They currently only have 5 players on contract for next season. The rest of their players are free agents, so they have a lot of work to do to build a team for next season. But now they can start talking to their own players, because it's not tampering if it's your own players. They can start feeling out where all their heads are at. Officially, I don't believe they can negotiate any contracts right now, even with their own players. But there's always those handshake agreements. And now, tampering season is in full effect. LeBron, AD, do your thing. The league can't stop players from talking to each other. And guess who else is also out of the playoffs? Steph Curry, Damian Lillard, Bradley Beal. They can all have a powwow in Cancun. And I get it. These are extremely unlikely scenarios that they come to the Lakers. But stranger things have happened. And even if they can't get another superstar, they can still use this time to upgrade the roster, whether it's getting shooters, or getting more wing depth. So although it sucks to be in this position, and I'm sure the Lakers are more disappointed than any of us to be at home right now, they can still benefit from it. They can use this time to prepare for next season, get better individually and as a team, get healthy, and hopefully come back better than ever.